Dad, I want to tell you about the current 49ers coaching staff a little bit. You know about Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan, but you haven't met the assistant coaches. And there are some under the radar guys who could be real famous in the future. I'm going to go through a couple of names real quick, but there's one guy I want to focus on. There's a young man named Mike McDaniel, who's the running backs, the run game coordinator. He'll probably be an offensive coordinator in 2021. There's Mike LaFleur, who could be Robert Saleh's offensive coordinator when Saleh leaves. There's Bobby Turner, the running backs coach, who developed Matt Breida, Raheem Mostert, Terrell Davis, all those guys in Denver. He's still around. But I think there's Wes Welker, the wide receiver coach, who's been there for a year and did a pretty good job with Deebo Samuel. But the one guy I want to mention and focus on never gets mentioned. His name is Jon Embree. He's the tight ends coach, but he's also the assistant head coach. And the thing that's interesting about the 49ers is the assistant coaches do a lot of the scouting. It's not just John Lynch. John Lynch empowers the assistants and trusts them to give evaluations. And this guy identified Kittle as someone they should draft late. They got him in the 5th round, and he developed Kittle. He also identified Ross Dwelley as a guy they should sign, and they developed Ross Dwelley. Talking to Ross Dwelley's family, they say Jon Embree is a seriously great coach and deserves more credit for the development of those, particularly Kittle. He's a black guy, and black coaches don't get a lot of pub in the NFL, and this guy deserves more. He's a big part of what the Niners are doing.
Iggy, have you ever met him?
No, I've never met him. As the assistant head coach, he doesn't give press conferences. He's kind of the man behind the curtain. Hopefully this year I can meet him, although there's not going to be great access in 2020.
Of course, I because of the virus, I understand that. Iggy, how long has he been the assistant head coach?
Since Shanahan got there.
Interesting. He brought him in as the assistant head coach.
Absolutely. Yes.
Wow. What a mark of respect.
No question. He's a big deal. He's a big part of what the Niners do. He developed Kittle. He found Kittle. And he's not just a position coach. He's an assistant head coach.
So one would assume that when Shanahan wants to talk over serious matters, he may be talking to him.
No question.